Hello, good morning everyone. Welcome to another episode of Xahlee Talk Show. We are going to code Emacs Lisp today, nothing but Emacs Lisp. So let me introduce my keyboards. This is Glove 80, fantastic. I have a review on each one of them on YouTube. This is Ultimate Hacking Keyboard, fantastic. This is Nulia Trackball, fantastic. And this thing is called Svalbard, Svalboard. There are two parts, and this is magnetic switch. Fantastic, but I haven't used it yet. I promised each video until I use it every day. Each video I'll do a shout out. Svalboard. Okay, I have an intro, but you can watch other people's review on YouTube. You'll find. So let's do Emacs Lisp. So it's pure Emacs Lisp coding. Hello, Talmud. Pure Emacs Lisp coding. We're just gonna focus on that, okay? Stream bit, is my stream alive and well? So tell me, okay? So Emacs Lisp coding. So if you are watching this offline, play at 1.5 speed or higher, because I ramble just like Joe Rogan monkey. And now let's focus on this. So there's a command we live streamed of about a few months ago. So let me show you. Okay, so for example, I have a number. Okay, so you see, can you see? Let's see. Check. Okay, 168. Now I want to increase number. So normally, let's say I want it be 189. So you delete it, then type 189. That's tedious, okay? It's like usually, so what I can do, let me show you. Press a key, then I can scroll the mouse wheel to increase or decrease. You see, fantastic. Or I can use this mouse, the other mouse you cannot see, but it's got a spin wheel, so it just increase. Let's magnify, okay? So for example, call the command, okay? So the command you can see in the pink window, xahlee increment number on the right hand side, and on the left hand side is the keystrokes I use to type. That backspace is right here under my left hand thumb, right here. And so that command, fantastic. I can just press a key to begin it. I can scroll the mouse wheel up or down, or I can press the arrow key, up arrow or down arrow. So we live streamed coding this few months ago. Let's see if we can find it. Xahlee Talk Show homepage, okay, on xahlee.info on my website, without HTTPS, no S. Okay, so search for increment. Okay, search for, there it is. Xahlee Talk Show 2025 January 23rd, episode 609, Emacs Lisp coding xahlee increment digit, okay? So, increment, so, but there's an issue we're gonna fix, okay? So if you have a date, today's date. So I want to change it to tomorrow, 9th, okay? So start the command, it dropped the 0 padding. So usually, so that's annoying. Undo. So we want to modify the command so that how many zeros in front, padding will be kept, okay? Okay, let's do that. So far so good. Hope you are well. Hi audio, hi Qual, hi my goat, hi audio. Okay, let's do, yeah. Okay, so let's do, let's go back. So there's a command. So let's go to the source code. Let's see if the source code is available online so you can use it. No, it's not, because otherwise you'll have a URL. So why don't we make this command available online, publish on my website so you guys can grab it. Let's do that. As far as coding, you can watch last, the video. So we've done. So let's just quickly create a URL put it on my website. Okay, xahlee.info Emacs blog. Search for Emacs blog. You'll find everything you want to know about Emacs. There are like 700 pages, most comprehensive tutorial on Emacs and Emacs init, on Emacs keys and Emacs Lisp the language, and the Emacs Lisp the language, and how to write a major mod, everything. Okay, so that's the most popular Emacs and Emacs Lisp tutorial on the web. So let's see, Emacs blog. So let's write a command. Where do you want that command to be? So actually, let's go faster. Okay, so let's go faster. Let's just quickly put the code on my website. So first of all, let me go to, so that's part of the Emacs commands. Okay, so so there are all these Emacs command you can copy. Okay, so copy that. So let me just do it quickly. Okay, so what is this page? Emacs blog. Okay, create a new section, paste a link. Okay, then go here and say xahlee clone file in link. Okay, then cut it and put it here, and here is a new page, and rename it. Rename the link. So this will be increment number. Okay, so what is the command name? There it is, xahlee increment number. Copy, go back here. So the command name is that. Okay, so rename the file path, xahlee Emacs increment number. Okay, let's just say that. Change to underscore. In Unicode name, that's called low line, which is a better name than the underscore. Okay, so wait, enter. Yeah, so wait, I don't want okay, so I don't want hyphen. I want underscore. Okay, now there is something going on. Why is it slow? Something is not right. Wait. Okay, so anyway, then title is gonna be increment number. Okay, xahlee Emacs command. Actually, wait, actually I copied the wrong page. Yeah, I don't want that page. Okay, so actually let's do this all over again. Open it, delete the file, then go to one of these command. Go to the top, general purpose command, buffer, copy file path, close. Okay, put it here, linkify it, then go here and xahlee clone file in link. So now cut that link, make a list. Okay, and then rename this increment number. Okay, so rename the file path, Emacs. Okay, increment number, delete that, change to underscore increment number. Yes. Okay, then delete that. So this command name will be called increment number. Okay, so paste previous, there it is, then make them space and capitalize each word. Okay, xahlee increment number. Okay, so delete that, open that, and go back, go here, paste it there. That's a command we're gonna do. And now, you need to change the file title. So go back here. So copy that inner text. Okay, copy. Okay, now open it. Now rename the title and rename the title and h1. Okay, so there is a command like that. Then you just say that. Okay, so that, fantastic. Can you see? Okay, showing browser. So this is a clone of the previous file. So we don't need the previous section. So okay, but first of all, modify the updated date. Okay, done. And you don't need the other parts. Okay, because this is fresh file. And then okay, and actually we need that. Okay, then the section delete, showing browser, fantastic and beautiful. Go back to Emacs. Now copy the file path, close. Now rename this, make sure it's correct. Wait, what? Okay, so yeah, so showing browser, this is my Emacs, that's a new file, fantastic. And this old one, this is a clone from, we don't need. Okay, so open that, copy the file path. Now go back to the source code there. So you need to say a URL. URL is this file path. We need to turn it into a qualified domain URL. So press, it becomes xahlee.info. Fantastic. Capitalize the URL and press. That's the special syntax in Emacs inline documentation. You see, so that you need the backtick and then you need a straight apostrophe. Okay, because when you have that, when you have this is a markup. So when you have this, then let's say let's change the version date. Okay, then evaluate the buffer. Fantastic. And now if you do copy that, if you do describe function xah increment number, and here's a documentation, and you can see it, you know, there's a link you can click and jump to. So that is why you need this markup. So if you search for Emacs inline documentation markup in my Emacs tutorial, doc markup, so you can see Emacs Lisp docstring markup. So it tells you all the conventions you need to do. You can have a clickable link. That's what this is for. Okay, so you got the code. So you got the code. You got the URL. Okay, so now we need to copy the code, this code, and put it to this talk show. Close that. Let's copy the code and put it to this page. Okay, so normally I just do it manually. Let's say close that. Okay, wait, reopen. Normally I just do it manually, but let me show you something. Okay, so add a Emacs Lisp code and cut that, put it here, and remove that, showing browser. So right now it's a dummy. So normally I just go to the source code, copy this block of text and go to the file and then insert here and syntax correct. But now, a few weeks ago, we did this live, so it's automated. So let me show you. You just go to wherever the source code is. Let's suppose you made some update. Then press, then it automatically find the file via that URL and in fact update the page. Now showing browser. Fantastic. So now this is public. You can copy and grab for your own use. Now, did I call any commands that's not here? No. So it's all plain GNU Emacs, the power of Emacs, and Emacs Lisp, the most efficient editor. Okay, and that command is xah update code to website. That's what a few weeks ago we did a live stream, which I didn't finish the coding, but I did it offline. So anyway, so here's a code. So now our job is to modify the code so that it keeps the padding. Okay, so showing browser, back to Emacs, close. So let's go to what is this page, talk show. Actually, so since we added that, let's what is this page, talk show, so we can add a link here. So there it is. We can actually directly link to the file we just created. Okay, now, but okay, fantastic. So now, what is the job? Now the job is to modify this code. Okay, so you want to keep the padding. Okay, so let's demo again. Code, you see, increase 13, 14, 6, 19, 25, 19, 18, 17, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 11, 10. And bang, it missed the digit. You see, we want to keep the padding. Okay, so wait, let's undo. So what is this? What's the original? Shit, I forgot what's the original. Undo. Okay, what? Okay, so original is that. So here today's date. Yeah, so let's make it today's date. Okay, so we need to keep the padding, what to do. So now we need to think, well, have some red wine. This is 100 ml or 150 ml red wine to soothe my soul. Why do you need to soothe your soul? Because when you read politics today on Twitter, it's very painful and ugly things. And here is my my XAH Discord. If you haven't been there, you can join. Hello, Hank. Ching, thank you, Hank. Okay, Hank says, I'm going to stream after you are finished. I just got a game working for someone else. A game working for someone else. Nice. Am I doing well? Say hi. How do you like it so far? Is this comprehensible? Okay, now we need to think about this. Thinking is the hard part. So begin position, end position, that's integers. That's mark the beginning position of a number. Okay, so you search backward of all digits, then that's the beginning, set it to the beginning position. Point is the current cursor position. Okay, then you skip chart forward to the end of the digit, then you set to the end. So far so good. Do I understand it? Yes. Now xnum is you grab the two positions, begin and end, and that grabs a string. That's xnum. Okay, so let's let's highlight it. Okay, xnum. Now, so xnum, what are we doing? String match. So if it matches this regular expression, then delete region. Okay, then you need to know how many characters are there. Okay, we started to code. We are talking. Okay, so string match, if it's all digits. Now obviously this will match. Why do you have to match? If match, delete the region, then insert string to number, then +1, then number to string, and insert it, right? Correct. Otherwise, insert 0. Oh, I see. So, right. So when you skip backward and forward to grab the digit, it might be possible that you are not on any digit. So that's why you need to check string match if it matches a digit, because if it does not, then all you do is just insert 0. Okay, let me demonstrate. Okay, so you call this command call, you see it just enters 0. Now if you call it again, then you'll just start to increase. You see, now you can use the mouse wheel up or down. Okay, so let's make it larger. Okay, so the beauty of the font, so you can see. So now this checks if there's actually a digit in the under the cursor. Then you need to know how many characters. Okay. How do you do it? Because let's say if you have 0.9, you can increase to 0.10. So if you have 0.9, let me do you guys understand? If you have like 0.9, okay, so you call the command, then it becomes 10, right? And so far you can find out there are 2 digits, so you want to always keep it 2 digits, okay? But now what happens if you keep increasing, then it becomes 100. So you have to check if the 2-digit, if the current value, if the new value, the number of digits in the new value, if the number of digits in the new value after increment or decrement is smaller than the number of digits before, then you want to keep the digit, okay? But if it's larger, then you don't want to, you don't want to drop, you want to increase. Is that right? Now let's make it simple. Let's just always remain the same number of digits, okay? So let's add a new variable, num of digits. Okay, something like that. Okay, let's, for now, let's, well, we can make it like that. No, digit count. What about that? The art of naming variables, supposedly the most difficult part. Okay, digit count. Okay, so let's just say char count. Okay, then you want to where do you do it? Okay, let's just do it. Let's keep typing. Okay, so char count equals to length, no, not let, length, the length of match string 1. Okay, and what? Okay, so the string, the xnum is a string. Okay, so that's why, so you need to say xnum here. So this means grab the capture. Okay, so actually you need to capture, well, 0 means the whole match. Okay, so what is that? That's the beginning of string, regular expression. You see, we need that because now it's getting tricky. The situation is, what if you have, let's say, xxx, then 9, you see? So what if xxs, let's say 88, okay? What if you have this situation, So if you call this command, it becomes 89 but however, it grabbed, the code grabbed the 2 digits. Right, okay, so you don't need this, this backtick. That's a specific Emacs Lisp regular expression for either beginning of line or beginning of string. Okay, so I don't think you need it. So yeah, because you are already, you are always grabbing the digits anyway. So anyway, so char count, length, match string, match string, xnum. Okay, nobody's here. Okay, so char count. So let me just code it then. Char count, match string. So grab that and then find the length. That's the char count. Okay, and now you can just for now x char count. You can kind of print it for debugging purposes. Okay, then let's evaluate the region and let's do it. Okay, so call it char count 2. Now 91, 92, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 99, and 100 char count. Okay. Yeah, so char count is the original char count. Okay, so let's go back to the code. Okay, so this is beginning to become boring, char count. So okay, don't worry about many edge cases. Let's just finish this for the simple case. So then after increment, okay, then you need to say a new number. Okay, x new num. Okay, something like new num. X new num. will be set x new num equals to something like this. Okay, string to number plus 1 x new num is turn it to string. Okay, then xnum, let's rename it. Rename the xnum to xnum string. Okay, then you need to deal with decrement number 2. Okay, Jesus. Jesus. Go to chart to other buffer. No. Okay, so yeah, so let's make a backup, compile it. Yes, it works. No error. That's good. Okay, now go back to our code. Okay, so then you have to deal with decrement number. And you see this, but the body is pretty much the same. Then you need to do refactoring to make them one function. Okay, getting complex. Okay, so prettify the code. So you got num string, that's original. Then new num, that's a new number. Then you delete region. Then you insert number to string. Yes. Yeah, but before you do that, if you want to know the padding, okay, oh God. If length of new num, you need to turn that to a string. So num to string. So if that new number, the length of that is less than the xchar count, then you want to, okay, wait, so this is increment. Oh God, you see, this line only makes sense if it's in decrement. Oh God. Okay, but let's keep going. So if the length num to string is greater, okay, so let's just say greater. So greater than, okay, so the length, if it's greater than, then you basically just want to drop a number. That's, so you are getting into a kind of new behavior now. Getting complex. Okay. Hey Hank, you can start your video. Thank you for checking though, but you can start your video. Okay. Okay, I need to finish this. Oh God, 40 minutes already. So if length is number to string, then char count. If it's greater than, oh God, what to do if it's greater? Do you just increase the number, or do you want to drop it? Matteo, what's so great about Lisp? Well, I can say about Emacs Lisp. Okay, Emacs Lisp is the greatest programming language for text processing. So if your task is about text processing, especially small files, like let's say less than 1 megabyte, and you need to process it in a flexible way, or make a report, then Emacs Lisp is the best language, better than Perl, Python, whatever. Text processing. And also, in addition, if you want it to be interactive, okay, like what we are doing today, you cannot do this in Python, JavaScript, Perl, or whatever, especially if you want it interactive. You cannot do this in VS Code, in NeoVim, in VI, in Vim, whatever shit. Okay, best programming language for text processing, especially if you need it to be interactive. Okay, that's Emacs Lisp. Now, what about Lisp in general, such as Common Lisp, Scheme Lisp? Okay, well, in that case, I like them because they are functional programming. I don't like Common Lisp. Common Lisp is this bloated crap, Common Lisp happened because back in like 20 years ago, 30 years ago, they need to merge all the different families of Lisp because so in the 1980s, there's many factions of Lisp, Mag Lisp and Zeta Lisp. There are several. They are slightly incompatible. So Common Lisp was created as a vision to unify all the Lisps. But it turned out it becomes crap. It becomes like the huge, humongous baggage of all the little features each faction wants. So it became like, so we are compatible to all the Lisp factions, to please everyone. So Common Lisp is the greatest word in programming language. It's huge. The documentation is like over 10,000 pages or something. Common Lisp. So in a sense, a lot Lisp experts said that Common Lisp killed Lisp. Okay. But so what is good about Lisp? Well, there are several reasons, but mostly for myself, I like Lisp because it is functional programming. Okay. And also because of the syntax. The syntax corresponds to semantics because everything is parentheses. So you can, you can edit, undo, redo. You can edit, or for example, I can kill this whole semantic unit by just pressing a key. How can it do that? Because this, because of the regularity of the syntax. So it allows you to trivially manipulate expressions, and because expressions, the syntactical expressions corresponds to the semantic unit of the programming language. Okay, so that is the good property of the Lisp syntax. And for example, let me show you another one. For example, select the unit under the cursor. Press a key again, select the outer unit. Press a key again, select the outer unit. Okay, so extend selection. You cannot do this in C, in JavaScript, in Python, all these languages festooned with irregularity of the syntax. Like, in this case, if you are doing while loop, the syntax is this one with the semicolon. If you are doing for loop, then there are, this special ad hoc syntax, fuck the C and C++ and Java and JavaScript. Basically, all languages came out of it. Okay, because of the Unix virus, the Unix fuckheads and the C fuckheads. They damaged the programming industry for like 30 years. Okay, are there other syntaxes that's like not parenthesized but have good qualities? Yes, APL, Wolfram language, and few others. Okay, so I'm not saying like Lisp syntax is the only way, but the point is that you have to. Anyway, that's a programming language syntax issue. Okay, there are a lot of issues about that. Anyway, let's go back to the code. So so right now we are distracted. Can we finish the code? So let's finish the code. Who is watching? So you guys are quiet, 9 people. So you guys need to say something. Okay, say something. Like you want to me to keep coding or whatnot. Thanks for the insight. Thank you. So I did a lot of videos in the past. I have like by now 5 years of videos. So I did quite a lot of videos talking about the Lisp programming language and which language to learn. So you can search for it if you want to. Okay, so let's back to this. One thing particular again about Emacs Lisp is that it's the greatest language for text processing. Because why? Because you can control. You have the buffer data type. And you can have, you can get the cursor position, you can move it forward, you can move it backward, you can do a rejects on the current buffer text, you can, rejects, save the current position, or rejects regular expression again, or whatever, or delete characters, delete a section, So everything I do manually, it can be done programmatically. In fact, that's what this code is about. It's increment of numbers. So that's why it's the best text processing language. It has the buffer data type, which is what you see in the whole buffer right now. And buffer data type, what is it? Well, it's basically a glorified string data type. In a typical language like Perl, Python, Ruby, JavaScript, when you have a string, it's just a string. It's dead. There's nothing you can do to it. Maybe you can change the nth character, or maybe you can do find replace. That's it. Every time you do it, usually in these languages, doesn't matter. It's Python, Ruby, JavaScript, and on and on. The strings are immutable. So every time you make a change, it has to create a whole string. So if you have a buffer, of 10,000 characters, so 1 megabyte, whatever, it's very slow. It has to recreate the entire string. You cannot you cannot save the position inside the string, like the index, right? So suppose you got a string, you want to delete the index, let's say 10 to 100. You cannot do that. You delete, basically recreates a string. So it's very slow, but comes in Emacs buffer data type, which comes into base. So it is like a string, but you got cursor position. You can you can move forward, backward. You can save cursor position and so on. You can delete part of it, and it basically is a string. This whole thing is you don't call it a string. You call it a buffer. Or in other words, it's a text. Okay. In addition to this buffer, then you do have the normal string concept, which is like you can turn this this part of text into a string and so on. So that is the buffer data type in Emacs Lisp, and that is why let's undo whatever I did before, so that the buffer data type is like a glorified string, very much more enhanced string data type, very rich, that makes Emacs Lisp the most powerful programming language for doing the task of text processing. Okay. Now, if you go beyond text processing, Emacs Lisp is not good, because Emacs Lisp is very kind of niche. It only runs in Emacs. Okay. So if you want to do huge amount of text processing, like processing gigabyte, terabyte, like Google or whatever, or processing, language translation, then, you move to Python or whatever, Golang. Okay, that's a huge digression. God, we need to finish the code. So let's just do it now, okay? Then I'm gonna code it offline. So if the length is greater than the number of characters, then you want to drop the first character. Okay, so x new number, you want to turn it string. You want to turn that number into a string. Then you want to drop the first few characters. God, it's gonna getting tedious. Then you need a new variable to insert. Okay, so and now I'm half drunk. Shit. Okay, so let's concentrate. And do I want to finish this? Yes, let's finish it. Okay, let's just code something so it works. So so the new number, okay, string number to string. Actually, you can use format. Okay, format will allow you to drop numbers. Let's test. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, then you say a number. Okay, I need to check the documentation for format. And for integer, so integer is d. So go back here, go back here. So integer is d. And how do you change the? How do you specify how many digits? Search for digit. Okay. I don't remember. This printf. This format string is one of the grave crimes from the Unix and C fuckheads. Okay, that percentage D, percent O, percent X, whatever. This is so-called a mini language, a language within a language, and it came from C, and then it spread to Perl, spread to JavaScript, spread to Python script, to spread to Python, JavaScript, Golang, basically every language. There's C and Unix fuckheads created this. Okay, it's incomprehensible shit. Okay, so how do you want to? So right now I want to. Okay, so here, so field. Let's see, field flags width and precision and character. Very confusing. I don't know. So let's just trial and error. Okay, something like 2. Do it. Okay. Wait. So you got to put the 2 in front. Okay. Do it. No, it didn't work. What? Okay. So let's go to Emacs Lisp blog. So let's go to xahlee Emacs Lisp tutorial. Do I have it like easy to read? Solution here. Format. Okay, format integer. Padding. There it is. Oh, padding decimal, 4 digits. Okay, that's padding decimal. That's a good solution. Padding decimal, 4 digits. 0 means you want to pad with the 0, and then 4, then D. Okay, so the first character is the character you want to use for padding. And adding sign, we don't care. So so fucking idiotic. Fuck the Unix and fuck the C. Okay, something like that. Okay, so wait, is that true? No, yeah, I think so. So let's do it again. No, let's say 9. Okay, so if so the padding must be greater than the number, but how can we drop it? I don't want that many. Oh God. Decimal, hexadecimal, number to decimal. Okay. So it seems like, is it even possible? Okay, so if you can you use floating number? Okay, so let's see. So instead of D, use F, then do that. Then you got the fucking 0, 0 at the end. Fuck the C, fuck the Unix and C. Because I'm running into this problem. Who to blame? C and Unix fuckheads. They did this to the coding industry. So anyway, so I just want to have 2. Okay, let's try it. No, that doesn't work. So, fuck it. Can we just use S? Will the S work? Let's see. No. So now it means you have to read this carefully. Number to exponential notation or decimal point notation. Number to exponential notation. What the fuck is that? Fuck it. Let's say G, okay? No. So what we want to, God, so wait, so we want, fuck it. We want just 2 digits. How do you do it? If there's more, then drop them, okay? Okay, so you really need to read the documentation carefully. Okay, so let's go back to read the documentation. Yeah. Produce a signed number in decimal. Okay, signed number. Okay, that's what we want. Okay, so it's gonna be %D, then and possibly also %F, okay? And C means produce a number as a single character, okay? That's a Unicode code point. Okay, S, capital S means produce any object as S expression, symbolic expression. That just means Lisp syntax, okay? The argument used for D, O, and so on must be a number, okay? Yeah, and that treat argument as unsigned if binary as unsigned is true. Fucking complex fuck. Use % to put a single % into output, okay? A % sequence other than % may contain optional field number, okay? Then you got flag, width, and precision, okay? So you got field, flag, width, position, okay? Field, flags, with position, okay? Field is 0 to 9 followed by a literal $sign. Oh, what the? You see, one of the problem with Emacs Lisp documentation is that they don't have much examples. So search Emacs Lisp manual for format. Let's see if we can find. So let's read the full Emacs Lisp manual for this format instead of just the inline documentation. Okay, close that. So so we got this format function, and where is it? So here it describes the full documentation for this. Okay, so then you got okay. Okay, I'm currently half drunk, and at this rate, we are not going anywhere. The flag 0. Okay, so let's see. Cause any padding inserted by the width if specified to be inserted on the right rather than left. Okay, the flag 0 ensures that padding consists of 0 characters instead of space. Okay. What is the, okay, so the flag $sign specifies an alternative form which depends on the format used. Okay. So plus means add a plus sign. Field number. Okay, so after the percent sign, any field number, you can put certain flag characters. Okay. So flag is 0. I think where is it? So flag is 0 for sure. Mr. Lee, I was trying to install flag keys on Doom, but I could not get it to work on for my blog. Yes, true. It's true. On my blog, it's outdated. But my recommendation is that if you want to use Doom, just go with Doom. Okay, because Doom is another guy who is a great Emacs Lisp coder. He's great, but he's him, I'm me. So, but he's not gonna promote xahlee keys, and so if you're gonna use Doom, just go with Doom. If you want to try xahlee keys, I would recommend just go with xahlee keys. Okay, and don't use Doom. Just plain GNU Emacs and xahlee keys. Okay, that's my recommendation. I don't think it works well together with Doom, because Doom, the core foundation of Doom, the philosophy is designed to be Vim-like. So it has last time, 2 years ago, I tried to install a live stream. It has 1,000 packages. But it's very popular. It's very good. But it's it's focused on Vim. So if you're gonna use xahlee keys, you don't need all the things in Doom. Okay, just use xahlee keys. Okay, so let's read the comment. I'm kind of going nowhere here. So let me read the comments, and maybe that's it for today. It's already 1 hour. So Mr. Lee, so another doc page mentions this. The new variable float output format controls how this prints floating numbers. Its value should be nil or string. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so I think that's it for today. Just random talk. This is something I want to do, but so usually I code it offline. Coding offline is much faster, at least 3 times, 4 times faster than live stream, because in live stream you need to explain what's going on. Then you basically you are doing a show. That's what I'm doing, a show. Then at this occasion I need to flame the C and Unix fuckheads. I need to talk about its history. Where does this format came from? How did we get this %0002 as cryptic fuck? That's history of computing. And that came from the C and Unix fuckheads. Okay. But if I'm coding offline, it's just me, so I just need to get it to work. Then I won't be, talking about these elaborate things. So anyway, should we finish this? Nah, well, I don't, so right now I'm so the question is, should we finish reading, doing coding this? Well, we need to go through this format. Or alternatively, just don't use this format. Then, then just use code it manually. So instead of using format, all you have to do is just extract substring. Actually, it'll be simple. Substring. So substring, you need to look at the documentation. Substring option from to. Okay, so the substring is gonna be, the string is xnewnum. In fact, we need to turn it to num2 string. Okay, number 2 string xnew number. Then from starting from so actually we need to drop the first, we want the total number of digits to be char count. So we need to get the length of that. Okay, so this is like what you have to do. Okay, length. Oh God, then you need to count. So the length of that to. Okay, so the 2 is to the end length, which is optional. So that means you don't need it. Okay, but the from the beginning index would be the length minus, so it would be minus length minus the padding, right? So when it's greater, right? So so length minus x char count. Let's make sure is this correct. So number 2 string minus the char count. Oh wait, we need to take the beginning or end. We need to take from the end. Okay, so yeah, so let's say there are 5 digits. Let's say the char count is 2. Okay, so you need to begin basically 0, 1, 2 at 3, something like that. So this will actually be, okay, I'm half drunk. Okay. Okay, I think that's it for today, right? Okay, so what else was I gonna do? I was gonna write something else, reformat lines, that one, and then another ones, but we didn't even finish this one for an hour. Okay. Yeah, that's it for. Okay, let's continue. Let's continue coding. Let's finish this. Okay, substring of this string, and begin. So let me think about it. Let's say the current number, the new number is 10 digits. Okay, 10 of them. Then let's say the char count is 2. You only allow 2 digits. Okay. So that means you want to begin at something like 8. Yeah, so that minus char count would be it. Do you need to add 1? That's always annoying. So we can try it. Okay. So for example, let's say string. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Then let's say the char count is 2. So we want to just get it 2. So 7 minus 2. 7 2, right? So what do we get? So 7 2 6 7. So that's it's correct. Okay, so substring, then that string, then length of number 2 string, and then length. Oh God, this is fucking length and char count. Okay, then prettify the code, and we don't need format anymore, so it's just substring. And then we just remove all this code. Okay, so we can kind of remove that testing code. Okay, So you just insert that. Otherwise, insert that. Okay, prettify the code. I don't know if this works, but let's try. Okay, let's just try it, so we can at least say something worked. 70. Okay, increase now. 72, 76, increase, 92, 95, 6, 96, 97, 98, 99. If you're gonna do it again, it's gonna be 0, 0, not 1, 0, 0. Okay, if it's 0, 0, that means we did it correctly. Okay, do it again. One more. Oh, wrong argument type sequence P1. Fuck. Okay, so our code is incorrect. Incorrect somewhere here. Let's see. Wrong. What is the error? Wrong type of argument. It expect a sequence and it got 1 instead. What? Oh wait, this shouldn't be number to string. Okay. What? Wait, it should be number to string. Wait, number to string, then length, then minus char comp, and it's a number. Okay, so this is not a length. Okay, that eval the code. Let's not worry about anything, just eval it. Okay, so let's try it again. Let's say 98. Okay, do it. 99 and increase 98. Okay, decrease, increase 99 and increase again. 0, 0. Fantastic. Oh, correct. Okay, so we got it to work, but we didn't work on the other case. So what is the other case? The other case is if it's less than. Wait, well, the less than is because then you need to work on the decrement number. Actually, we need to refactor to combine them into one, so we don't repeat. We don't repeat this whole code. Okay, that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Bye, guys. God.